Ashthorne Asylum, the Journal of Dr. H. Latham. Orientation notes. I arrived at Ashthorne Asylum this afternoon under persistent rain and low cloud. The building emerged from the mist like a spectre, tall, narrow, and older than any institution still in operation has a right to be. The superintendent greeted me with a handshake that was polite but brief. I sensed reluctance, though whether toward me or the place itself I cannot yet determine. I am grateful for the appointment. After the incidents at Brigid, few institutions were willing to consider my application. Ashthorne did not inquire deeply into the matter. I chose not to volunteer details. I spent the evening reviewing the asylum's archival material. The records are incomplete, disordered, and in some cases appear to have been deliberately redacted. What remains paints a troubling picture. Ashthorne was founded in 1793, following what local accounts describe as the Great Madness of the Vale. Contemporary reports attribute the outbreak to ergot poisoning in the rye harvest, though the villagers of the time insisted it was something older, a curse, a visitation, a reckoning. The asylum was built on the hill overlooking the afflicted farms, ostensibly to contain future outbreaks. The original structure burned in 1841, no cause recorded, no survivors listed. The new building was erected on the same foundations. Among the older files, I found a handwritten account, undated, describing the confinement of Lady Eleanor Harrow, a wealthy landowner's daughter committed by her family for moral hysteria. The true reason appears to have been her relationship with a local labourer. The man, unnamed in the record, is said to have feigned madness to gain admittance and rescue her. He succeeded in entering the asylum, but did not succeed in leaving. The notes suggest he was subjected to an experimental cranial procedure decades before such methods were formally documented. His fate is not recorded. Lady Eleanor's cell remains sealed. Staff refer to it as the Harrow Room. They avoid it. A separate ledger from the 1920s contains references to Dr. Aldous Finch, whose tenure was brief but prolific. His notes are sparse, clinical, and deeply unsettling. He believed madness could be extracted from the mind through a combination of sensory deprivation, chemical sedation, and what he termed cognitive incision. Several patients died under his care. Several more vanished from the records entirely. Finch resigned abruptly in 1927, no reason given. His office remains locked. One of the orderlies, unprompted, mentioned the Ashthorne escape of 1954. A patient, name withheld, broke free during a storm and disappeared into the surrounding woods. Over the next 3 nights, 5 people in the nearby village were killed. The patient was never found. The murders remain unsolved. The villagers still lock their doors at dusk. The orderly spoke of this with the casual dread of someone repeating a story they had heard too often to doubt. The building is cold, despite the heating. The corridors echo in a way I cannot attribute to their architecture. Several doors close more firmly than I expect. The staff avoid the east wing after dark. I am told this is superstition. I am not yet convinced. I have been assigned an office on the 2nd floor overlooking the courtyard. The window does not open. The lock on the door sticks. The walls are thicker than necessary. I will begin patient interviews tomorrow. My first case is a Mr. George Mann, admitted 3 days ago following an incident at a Pavilion Theatre. Staff report he refuses to be separated from his ventriloquist dummy. They assure me it will be an interesting introduction to Ashthorne's methods. I find myself uneasy without knowing why. End of notes.